I had upper and lower liposuction, and I had my chest resculpted and had my stomach redone. I'd always seen women that had had plastic surgery, their boobs done, or their lips, or their chins, or something sucked and tucked. I never thought it was something that a guy would get done. And after seeing many trainers and working out nonstop and doing all kinds of fitness programs, I realized this is something I need to get fixed. It's not going to go away on its own. My opinion of plastic surgery in general was it was something that I could never afford. You only saw people on television getting it done, you know, the rich and the famous, and I always thought it was something that was out of my league. You know what, I remember when I was 6 years old and tank tops became really popular, the tight little A shirts, the white ones, and I remember putting one on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like I have, you know, little boobs like the girls in school, and I would never wear tight shirts. I'd be tugging on my shirt, and you know, as I got into my teens and stuff in PE, it became an issue. I was uncomfortable, and I remember even telling my mom about it growing up. I'm like, gosh, I really don't like the way my chest looks, and I'd buy my shirts bigger, and as the style changed and tight shirts became more popular, I would never wear them, and I would try and I would tug on them, and I just woke up one day and said, no more, no more. I've worked out, I've got the great arms and my legs and everything else is fine, but this problem isn't going to go away. So the more muscle I built, the bigger my chest got, and it just wasn't worth it. It's been an amazing confidence boost to have this. It's when you like who you are on the inside and you don't like who you are on the outside, it's not the reflection you want. So now I walk with my head a little bit higher and a little bit more sure of myself, thinking that if I like what I see, people are going to like what they see. And it's drastically changed my life and my opinion of myself. I don't know how I ended up in modeling. Yeah, it was a freak thing. I think it was just walking through the gym and knowing that my progress now was going to pay off. I had went on multiple different consultations, and I was finding a lot of doctors that were cold. And I had finally went to a consultation in Beverly Hills, right there in Rodeo Drive, and I just was not... They didn't even want to offer anesthesia, and the prices were through the roof. And so I went home kind of discouraged and got online and found Dr. Bain. And I made an appointment, and they said, oh, we can fit you in tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, wow. So I went on the consultation the next day, and he sat there, Indian style, on top of the table with me in a chair and drew me pictures and told me exactly what I was going to look like and what he would do and what he wouldn't do. And I signed up that day and had my surgery 2 weeks later. It was kind of weird to go into a doctor's office and feel like you were a member of some type of family. If I had to choose 3 words that described my experience with Dr. Bain's office, it would be pleasurable, it would be reassuring that things were going to work out, and out of everybody that I've seen out there and all the other consultations I got, it was cost effective. It wasn't something that I found myself paying on for 5 or 10 years. It was something that I did have to finance, and it was affordable. I'm extremely satisfied. It's been a little over a year and a half since I had my surgery, and every month I could see the progress changing and see how my body was developing. And it's a big commitment, because it's not just your surgery, it's your lifestyle has to change too. And as I've committed to that and committed to the procedures, it's been phenomenal. It's something that I don't tell a lot of people, that I had plastic surgery. It's something just for me. I'm very proud of it. It's different to be a guy and have something done versus a woman that has something done. Women are like, oh, look at my new boobs, and you're like, look I had mine taken off. So it's kind of different, and it makes it something just for you, and it's a good self-esteem boost. I've recommended several people to Dr. Bain's office, not only just for plastic surgery, but for Botox and other different consultations that he offers in his office. And my friends have been great, and so far to date, I think there's 10 people in my friendship circle that are using Dr. Bain for various services. It's been a relationship. It's not something that I walked away from and thought I'd never see the people again. I made friends.